Hello YouTube, in today's video I'll be showing you how to make yogurt at home. So this video is probably going to be titled how to make yogurt at home, as if I was some kind of expert, been making it for the past 20 years, something like that. But the reality is, this is my first time making it also. So then you might be wondering, why are you making the video then? And the reality is, this is for school and I got the equipment, and usually a lab mate gets the equipment and we do it at her house, or I just don't attend at all and I try to carry my weight during the reports. But that day none of the lab mates showed up and I kind of got stuck with this stuff. I'm saying it as kind of a negative thing, but I'm kind of happy I have this, because you know, I've wanted to try to make yogurt for a while now, but I never wanted to invest in the machinery. So it's good the school's lending it out to me. I have to return it at some point, but let's get into the video, people. So first, we have the starter culture, and second, the pièce de résistance, we have the yogurt maker. And it's actually crazy that the school lent this out to me. Like, it just blows my mind. I have to return it obviously, but the teacher actually convinced the school to buy, I guess, like 15 of these or something. And good on her, honestly. Like, this active learning, you know? Active learning. For real though, it's nice that she took the initiative to convince the school to buy the machinery so we could actually try to make yogurt at home. So anyways, let's get to the cooking process. I just have to clean up the kitchen a bit and we'll get back to business. Whoa. So this is one fancy box, and whoa. We get these little fancy ramekins. Oh wow. I'm surprised the school actually is lending these out to us. Alright, so I just opened the box. The box is extremely fancy with this triangle paper here. And like styrofoam protection. I guess I have to put this all away when I give it back. And all of this fancy jazz, these glass ramekins, and I'm gonna go set this up right now. Alright, so we have some footage of the starter culture, and here's the pot I used and some of the milk. And now I'm just adding the starter culture to the milk. I think you're supposed to boil the milk first, but I didn't do that, and I just heated it up. And I didn't have a thermometer or anything, so I don't even know if that was the right temperature. So here's some footage of me putting the milk in the ramekin. So this is what's going to be the yogurt after the fermentation is complete. And as you could see, there's some spillage that occurred there that's going to come up. And I didn't have the proper equipment to actually put the milk in, ladle the milk in. Excuses, I know. So anyways, that's what it looks like. Now this is a very important shot. So at the end of all of this, I noticed I was missing the little timer dial, that little rectangle denoted by number 8. And I don't know, I looked at it for 10 minutes and then I looked at the machine I had and it clearly wasn't there. Like, I still don't see it. Anyways, it's not that big of a deal. So alright, we're back the next morning. 12 hours have passed. We're going to take a look at this. Everything's shut off. Uh-oh. Looks very liquidy. I'm going to refrigerate it to see if anything improves. I'll be back in a few hours. So it doesn't look half bad. We're going to go for a taste. Alright, so I decided to do the final verdict using my microphone because I realized midway through that the quality on this thing is exceptional compared to the microphone on my camera. Would I suggest this yogurt? It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag of marbles, or whatever the saying is. On one hand, I don't think I did it properly, because as you could see, it's very viscous, and I'm trying to explain that in the footage right here. You could see me waving my hands and all that, looking all serious. However, I feel like if this was done properly, it would have had one of those artisanal yogurt feels, with the proper consistency. The taste wouldn't have changed most likely, And in my case, it wasn't that bad. It tasted any adjective you could think of, like natural, fresh, because no sweetener, stabilizers, additives, any of that was added. This is like the purest form of yogurt you could get. And that's what I'm probably explaining here. That's all to say, while this yogurt tasted good, it didn't have the proper texture, and that's probably because I don't have a kitchen thermometer at home and wasn't able to heat the yogurt properly. Now, if you already have all this equipment at home or planning on it, I say go ahead. But I don't think you're going to be saving that much money. So when you're comparing this to the store-bought yogurt in terms of effort, when you go to the store, you just pick it up and pay for it. However, when you're making this at home, you need to buy milk, the starter culture, the machine, clean the kitchen, heat the milk, add the culture, add them to the ramekin, and then finally 12 hours later, and then you refrigerate it, and then you could finally eat the yogurt. That's very time intensive, effort intensive, anything intensive that you could come up with. So I would not do this personally. Again, this was for school. It tasted pretty good, however, but the consistency was my fault because I didn't heat up the milk to the proper temperature. If you have a kitchen thermometer and all that and want to try this out, go for it. My opinion might have been different if the yogurt actually, I don't know how to explain it, solidified properly, but as you could see in my case it didn't. You could see right here it's very runny, and that's just my fault. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and checking out the channel for more. Have a nice day, see you in the next video, and goodbye.